Nu na ku nian zi bei shi ta zai ge shi yo de ku wo ja video na da ni shai ga ni tili bao le nga sa li ja za le ku tin sai mo ya. Tu nya. Okay. So kuma hai lu ni ga menji ku tu bani ma tai lu za ya ku ma tai lu, okay? Okay, so we're going to start out. My parents are going to tell the story of how they met my wife. So let's get started. How did you meet my wife? Go for it.
Well, I remember Connor just telling me that he had met this beautiful, amazing girl online, and that he wanted to marry her. And we didn't even know that he had met someone online, and that he had been seeing her for a year, and we knew nothing about it. But that he was afraid to tell me, but then he's like, but I want to marry her, I love her. And I kind of freaked out.
Me?
Yeah.
Similar. I got a call from Connor one night and he goes, "What do you think about long distance relationships?" And Connor was living in Provo, Utah. We thought he was going to school. He wasn't.
Oh man.
And I'm like, long distance relationships, what do you mean? Who are you seeing? And he goes, a girl from Laos. Her name is Lily. And I kind of laughed. Good luck with that one. Something weird. And then he told me he wanted to marry her. And I told him he was crazy. Yeah.
Good to see you. Good shit. I like to bunny and nothing. They don't blow. I didn't sit down. Shinji Lee. Go for Lua. They said you could eat in blue, huh?
But I'll interject here. Just knowing our son Connor and his personality all through the years, I really wasn't shocked. I mean, I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked because this is very typical of Connor. And also with Connor's personality, I've learned over the years that you don't tell him no. I mean, you can tell him no, but it wouldn't make a difference because Connor is still going to do what he feels he should do, which is fine. But that's just Connor.
It all worked out in the end. They're happily in love and they got a beautiful baby boy.
Yes.
Well, Connor went to Laos.
Well, wait. Something happened first.
Oh, boy.
He asked if we would meet her on a FaceTime.
Oh, you
and
remember
I was
that.
like, sure. I would love to meet her. He says, okay, right now. And I think we were in bed asleep, and it was morning, and I'm like, okay. And Lily got on, and she was just darling. I'm like, she is the cutest, darling girl. And I could tell by the look on Connor's face that he was so in love and so smitten already. And she was so cute, but I still was so worried. I'm like, I don't know how this will work because she's in Laos and he's in the United States. So I'm like, I don't know how this will work.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I think I started to cry.
Go ahead.
Go nhảy tiền nên cho cái sao cũng hay tiền các bộ càng có đó cũng tụi không có sĩ thảo bên gì thì hay tiền cả các cũng hay tiền ôi liao ta xin áp sĩ thảo á thì tiền ô lọ thì vì là chính bơ sào giáp bơ thì tiền thì là cũng khi là lúc con lần đó nó sĩ thảo hay tiền nhảy tụi nên mua sĩ dòng u lô li thì là những sao tiền này tụi bao nhiêu dòng là sĩ mà là chỉ bảo vệ nên nhỏ đến đấy thì cái trái sĩ trái nhà mà là chính một kiện chai đau hay nhở. Okay.
So smart.
And then Connor tells us he's going to Laos to work for a school to teach English. And he goes.
Well, he told us, I'm going to go right now.
Yeah.
And we said, no, can you please wait 1 month because his older brother was getting married. And we said, could you please wait and then go to the wedding and then you can go. And he did, and I think he left like the day after the wedding. He was so excited to go there, and he said he was wanted to get a ring, and that if things were good, that he was going to ask her to marry him.
I'll tell you this, Connor and Lily are members of the same church, and so are we. And so they went, he went to Laos, he got engaged to her really quickly.
A couple of days after.
Yeah. And we were like, oh my gosh, what is he getting into? And so we started asking people that knew Lily. We talked to Peter Vidmar's wife, who knew Lily. We talked
They're
to
from the United States.
from the United States. We
that
talked
knew
to
her.
another family called the Pingrees. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Who from the United States, and they said she is wonderful. He can't go wrong marrying this girl. He has found the best girl ever, and they told us stories, some things that she's done in her life that were just amazing. And when she was living in Australia and serving her church, and they told us some really amazing stories. And so we thought, okay, let's give this a chance. And they come to our home.
Well, wait.
Oh yeah,
you're
you go ahead. I'm going too fast. You go.
Okay,
You
come on.
go.
Come on, type there.
Yes,
Type
and
there.
So
I'm gonna translate real quick. So nó hay tiệt nó chỉnh trái hình vì nó khó cú nhau thì để chấm lọ tiệt là vấn đề là hay tiệt
Leadership of Pay Block Nusu.
no vấn đề là hay tiệt ít tao cú tao một tí để chấm lọ ya cú tao một cho tí để chấm lọ cú bị một khen đấy ya cú sao một cái chén là xí mà cú tụi tí lao là mà lấy xíอยู่là hay tiệt u liao bé cả cú có một tí để chấm lọ đó xí mà có yêu chung một tọt cá các tụi tí lao lo là xíอยู่chế vì đến đại cứ tao muốn nuôi tao cá này xíอยู่kia cứ tao muốn thì để chấm lo chế anh chơi ya ý thì tao đến đại ya tao cá đại chế bé tao muốn xí khai chế cứ nhiệt gì là sao kia cứ tụi ra chi nu vừa luôn luôn nó chế nó chỉ tao xin gì nu đây là nó chỉ bao nhiêu hàng anh trai luôn li vì đến đại là sao xí thằng này chết chóng tụi bao nhiêu nó ya lên từ是了包阿伯对你米家，然后好的这米家我的包女种的我到烧过年纪还点你，一对把你种被种些差不了，你拿半粒了就是呀，Minji. Okay.
Minji.
Go ahead, honey.
okay.
What does Minji mean?
A little bit.
Oh, so they got engaged, and then he said, "Okay, well, we're gonna get married," and they were trying to figure out how they could get married, and he said, "I don't think we can get married in Laos. The country won't let us get married here because I'm a foreigner." And so they kept trying to figure out ways that they were going to get married, like maybe they go to Korea and get married, or and then they decided, well, why not just try the United States and see if she could come to the United States and they could get married here. But he said, I don't think she will be able to get a visa because she's tried a couple of times.
Not her, but her mom.
Yeah, and that she may not get a visa. So they said, let's just try it. And she did. She got her visa, and we
As
were
God would have
so
it, she got it.
surprised. And then they said, okay, well, we're going to get married in a month. We're coming over, and we'll get married in a month. And I was like,
But then
oh my. And I was like super excited, but it was just so much. I know, like, weddings are, I thought they need to have a wedding. They were just gonna just get married and not do anything, and we're like, no, let's make this is a day that you need to remember forever, and we'll try and make it as special as we can in the time that we have to get ready. And it was actually one of the funnest things getting ready for.
They weren't here to get
Planning.
ready for
Yeah,
it.
so Dad and I kind of planned the wedding.
I built many things, and
Yeah, and it was so fun. And we were so excited to meet her in person. And it was just like the most adventurous whirlwind wedding, and so typical of Connor. This was very Connor style.
translate it.
Yeah, cool. Right, yeah.
'Cause I got more to say.
Guy, yeah. 应该去包 Hey Sarah, hold that up. Actually, hold it up. Dùng đua ya, dùng gì đua ya. Cái ya, khả năng ya như nhua.
Thank
Cái
you, sir.
cũng như chỉ sĩ hay tiệt, ở cha nên là tiệt chỉ mình cả chỉ tao vậy mà. Đó này sẽ là này bảo tiệt lại đi xem một tiệt chỉ mình cả những nhua hàng. Cái cũng muốn đó từ counselor sĩ ta từ này sản phẩm nhiều là hay tiệt, nó mới cho chút percent mà đi bông sư. Cho sao là tiệt nào vì mà đi bông nhiều sư. Đó là cũng tao mua ít khó dùng bì của Lucia hay tiệt nó nhiều chịu sản phẩm cáiกูต่อป้านมูสัมพันธ์เจนูต่อไล่ในลูกวีซ่าไปจงเชียร์ชับละแต่ชีกูเนี่ยที่ให้เตียโอ้ยไปอยู่ต่อบ้านต่ออีกช่องก็เทียแต่ชีมัวมัวอีลูกลีซึเจนูต่อบ้านเขาอีอาทิตย์นูต่อบ้านอีปวดใจอ่ะแต่กูเทียกูตัวป้อนเนี่ยเจดันทอกูเทียกูตัวป้อนเนี่ยเป็นยอดที่ได้จำลองเป็นจุดตั้งมือชีฮะบ้าอัจฉริแต่ชีมากูเนี่ยที่ลำบาก
อีปวดใจอ่ะ
อีปวดใจอ่ะกูที่ชีจะยากูที่กูที่ป้อนเองบ้านเขาอย่ามองเสียyeah Lena okay
So she gets accepted to come to the United States, and we were thrilled. We were so excited to meet her and very nervous to meet her. But then her mom was coming too. Her mom had tried for years to get a visa, and she was accepted, and she came as well. So we go to the airport and pick up Lily, and we bring her home. And I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm thinking to myself, wonder what she's really like. And she sat by me really quick, looked up at me and goes, I love you, Dad. And I went, oh my gosh, we've got a winner. She's awesome. How can I love this girl?
I should just say Dodgers.
Go Dodgers!
Right
We're big time
away.
Dodger fans over here, by the way. So, and it was, I fell in love with her immediately. I knew she was going to be a great, great daughter in our family.
yeah thảo nó tốt cho cái lần chân trái vì thay ra là tao shipper là chỉ bảo nên mà ở đi cha là mà nhớ đi cha vì như vậy cho nên mong là thì để chấm lo rồi cái để khi mà thay ra là hay tiền nên tao mu you want to translate that part
Lý tơ rầu thì của tôi mua rầu là nghĩ xa thì của tiệt I love you.
hay tiền là bố cụ chỉ hay tiền bố rồi lên nửa mua giờ lúc xưa mua giờ hay tiền cụ tuần sai này giờ ít tuần sai giống chắc lại okay.
And it was so fun to have her come and show her like some of the things that we do here and that we like here and where Connor grew up and what his life is a little bit like here and but we did not have the wedding where we live here in California. We decided to travel to Utah where most of our extended family lives so that they could all meet Lily and be a part of the wedding and so they were here maybe 2 days and then we left for Utah and took all the wedding stuff with us and that we could and had the wedding there and also had Christmas, which was super fun to show Lily what our Christmases are like. And it was so fun to have it there because it's the true Christmas, like with the snow and the whole feeling of snow. We got to show her what that was like and then they got married 2 days after Christmas and then we came back to California.
We took her sleigh riding.
Yeah, we went sleigh riding and
see the snow.
yeah. And we went back to California and we actually had just a small get together here for people that knew Connor, that grew up with Connor. And then I think they went to Disneyland after that and then left and went back to Laos. And I remember taking them to the airport that day and I was so sad. Like I had this feeling that I wasn't going to see them for a very long time. But Connor was like, no, Mom, we're going to be back in 6 months when I'm done with teaching my English contract and we're going to be back. And
2 years later.
But obviously, the band went on a couple months after they got there and we were so sad and we didn't really know how long that would be and we're just like, it's a miracle. We feel like it's a miracle that they're here and that the band's lifted and that we have them sitting on this couch with us right now with their beautiful baby.
They had a baby. We had to wait 9 months to see him almost.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Yeah, แล้วให้เตียเท่ามื้อชิวเท่ารู้ใจคริสต์มาส呀นู้เยซูอยู่呀เท่ารู้ใจเดียวรู้ใจนาไปตามมื้อชิไปสโนว์ก็อย่าลีนาตะกังเดไปเท่ารู้เช่นเดไปมื้อชิวไปรู้เซงอยู่ท่าบีดอกไปกตีจะจ้องยอตีไปตลอดกาลตีซานดิเอโกกูรู้จักซานดิเอโก呀เจ要是啥ด้วยเจไปมุกกูจะพุ่งอยู่เทีย从零出ตัวใช้ตีนาเทียเจตะกังมือเจเกียvì cũng mua hậu được thì chăm lo ạ, tôi chỉ mà tất cả ở bên lúc này thì là tao cao tới chăm lo là chỉ bu nên mùi thì nên lo mùi thì chăm bị cài ạ, thì mà COVID thì là có những nhuận trò một sai của nhiệt gì, giờ tôi sẽ hành vì là sao thì cũng mà tất cả là chèn là chỉ mà chỉ là sao đi nó chỉ cứ tao hay đi nó là chỉ một chén但是嘛，大家阿上，大家老晒个年纪里呢，都是差不多。
来到有边一行，来沙拉晒头路几里哦。
哦呀，到有边一行沙拉晒头路几里都，但是嘛，比莫 COVID 的垃圾道，人有看到也都是这样，比到个老晒人有行。Okay.
We bought tickets to go to Laos.
Yeah.
And couldn't go because of COVID.
Yeah.
And we were so excited to meet Lily's mom and her sister, so Maisi and Ong, and also her cousin that she had never met. Was able to come to the wedding, and it was one of the funnest weddings that.
Maisi and Ong are two very strong, beautiful women. Yeah, very proud. She's got great sisters and a great mother.
Yeah, she does. Man, okay, so maybe we should close on this. Do you have anything you guys want to say in closing?
Well, I think you had mentioned like how we feel about having a Hmong daughter-in-law, and actually, I love it. I love I've always maybe this is why Connor's a little bit like this, but I love like different cultures and learning about different people, and I love that. She's Hmong, and we get to learn about this culture and all the different beautiful things it has to offer. And I felt like it was so important to bring that into the wedding as well when
all
they
the
got married.
costumes, the clothing we wore at the wedding, and the colors.
We tried to bring that to and it just made it so much fun. And we're still learning so much. I feel like we know very little, but we're so excited to learn more, and I hope that that their marriage is a continuation of bringing the two cultures together, that they don't lose her culture and that they don't lose his, and that they bring them both together and raise their children to have both in their life and appreciate both. And I think that will be so nice.
You want to translate that?
You go.
Was that too hard?
No. Okay. No.
I just wasn't prepared.
Chị nói tôi chị lên dung xia mũi từ nhab mong chị là yên lưu hay tiền nó kê chạy ở xí trả vì nó mua kho của xí chia nó chỉ nên tao vậy chị nó hay tiền nó chị xia hay tiền chị vì ở xí của nó chỉ xa cả nó mua nó kê chạy bỏ chơi thì chỉ xa cả cũng mua kê chạy bỏ chơi thì nó chỉ xa cả bên gà bên kê chạy ok còn nó thì mua cho chắc lời à she fine she bad chị là những xã tao con nó chị vì nó khó là xã thì con nó giờ ít khó giống chắc lời. You have anything you want to say?
I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe we should close on that. We're chow and dao. Thank you. Okay, try that. We're chow.
Ciao.
And you have to do this?
No, that's just to allow things.
Allow.
And in English we say goodbye.
Oh, in Hmong we say Shinji Dua.
Shinji Dua.
Yep. Okay.